Hello, Sunil. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How about you?
Same here, doing pretty well. And I'm so excited today because I'm meeting someone with my brother's name. My brother's name is Sunil. So I'm really very excited and looking forward to this conversation. So, how was your day today?
The day was quite good.
Hmm.
I did multitudinous things
Hmm.
as I am a teacher of English. So I did conduct some of my sessions
Hmm.
and they went very well. After that, I had some urgent work to do. Actually, before this conversation, I was out of doors. And the moment I got to know, okay, it was 9 o'clock as we promised, we would go for a conversation. So I came home running. So right now,
Thank you
yeah.
so much that you've managed because I
Yeah.
also don't get much time in my daily schedule, daily routine. So that is why these days I'm scheduling my conversation at 9 o'clock only. My kids are home. Today also it was holiday, Christmas holiday. And yes, Merry Christmas to you also.
I wish you the same, and I'm also looking forward to knowing how
Mhm.
you celebrated Christmas.
Honestly, we don't celebrate Christmas, but
Mhm.
yes, there is no harm in greeting.
Right. No, I knew it that you
Hmm.
must not have celebrated. I was asking this from your children's perspective.
Hmm. They've already
That,
celebrated in school. Today
hmm,
was holiday, but before this they have celebrated. There was cultural program related to Christmas only, and there was little refreshments and all. So I
all
didn't
right. So,
attend.
hmm. And didn't
I.
they force you to wear Christmas clothes? Because
Hmm.
children are damn crazy for that. Even
Hmm.
other children do the same, and they just want to imitate that, and they request their parents that we would like to put on different dresses.
Hmm. Right, and even schools also tell students to come in this Christmas wear only, Santa Claus attire. But
Right.
we live in rural area here, and schools here are not very demanding because there are no these costumes center. What do we call it? These fancy dress shops, like. So we don't have that here. So that is why schools are little relaxed in this terms. Like they are not very demanding in terms of attires and all. So yes, they went to school in casual attire only.
Even yes, that is good to know. I could see so many Santas in my street. Every second child was with
Hmm.
that particular dress, and they were looking eye-catching.
Right. You feel that vibe, that festive vibe when you see everyone in
Absolutely.
red color,
Yeah.
right? And even you're wearing very colorful, vibrant dress today, like a rainbow.
Right,
So you're
right, right.
looking great. You're looking great in
Thank
that.
you. Yes.
Okay. So I want to know a little bit more about you, other than your teachings. Like you told me that you are a teacher of English. We'll come to that also. But
Right.
what other than this? What are your passions and all?
Okay, so what I find intriguing about myself is I'm an engineer, but my profession is entirely opposite to my academic or whatever I did. So I have been an English trainer where I train people. Besides this, if I talk about myself, then I consider myself that I am an introvert. Apart from this, I would say that I'm an honest person, and teaching is everything to me. When it
So
comes
how
to
come this
teaching,
transition
yes,
happens? Like from engineer, you became teacher.
actually, people need to understand, and then whosoever is going to watch. First, I was never ever interested in doing BTech, and when you are from science stream, you end up choosing two career options. One is engineering, second one is medical. So I was mindful of this that if I had gone for medical, it would have cost me much. So I didn't go for that. And my father made me go for engineering. And in a nutshell, I would say I chose that profession reluctantly. And I know how I managed. After doing that, I as I told you that I had no interest in doing BTech after that,
Hmm.
and I knew nothing because I never showed my interest in that, and it was not my cup of tea. From there, I started doing one thing. I worked on my communication skills because I was terrible at English. And people always had this fallacy: if you are an engineer, you would certainly speak very well. So whenever I went for any job interviews there, I had to face so many problems because of communication skills. I thought I'm going to remove this barrier from my life. I started working on my communication skills, and I was enjoying what I was doing at that moment. Every day I learned something new, and it was really so inspiring. I reached a point in my life where I thought, okay, I accomplished so many things. And I thought, okay, now I am full of knowledge. I must utilize my knowledge. I must impart this knowledge to people. And from there, it became my bread and butter. Teaching became my bread and butter. And people mostly say that if you are good at something, just make it your profession. Yes, like turn your hobby into your profession. So I did the same. That's how my journey started.
Wonderful. And when you spoke about engineering, I remembered this joke that I recently heard that there was one joke. I'm so sorry.
Yes, go on, go on. Yes,
I keep on laughing thinking about that joke. So, like parents used to tell their children that you do engineering once and then you can do anything. Like engineering is something that after that you can do anything. It's not that
right,
you have to go into engineering only. I think I'm not able to make you laugh,
right,
but
right.
I hope you get the essence.
Yes, somewhere I got it, and
Uh huh.
I would love to share one of the things. Sorry. Actually, there was a family, and in that family there were three brothers. You must have heard of this joke. So one was a doctor, second was an engineer, third one was a thief, I would say, or he was a pickpocket. So parents were not happy with both of them, like with doctor and the engineer one. They were happy with that pickpocket because he was the one who was feeding them.
Uh huh.
So these are the things. When I find that every second person is an engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and when I interact with engineers, it literally brings a smile to my face. And somewhere I'm also proud of one thing, that I know that I'm not in my own field. Having said that, I do train engineers. I do
Mm-hmm.
train people, those who are very good at academic. I have also trained, and I don't want to sound conceited by saying this. Okay, I have trained these people, but somewhere English has become the need of the hour. Without
So
English,
true.
we really
Mm-hmm.
cannot survive, I feel.
Mm. So we can also say that be good at communication skills and then you can do anything in your life. Opportunities
Right.
would open, right? World of
Yes, yes,
opportunities,
absolutely. Yeah, this is the
right?
right thing that we can have
Mm.
in our life, or we can
Right.
teach people. Okay, first work on your communication skills. After that,
Mhm.
whatever you want to opt, you can go for that.
Surely, surely. Even we can teach our kids also from early on to work upon their comm skills and to face people. And you told me that you are an introverted person as well. So you're still
Right.
introverted or you were introverted?
No, I'm still an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
What happens
Mm-hmm.
is when I am with my students, then I don't know why I have that transition in me. I do
Mm-hmm.
become an extrovert. But with my relatives or with strangers, I'm an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they feel that, okay, I usually give them a cold shoulder, but
Mm-hmm.
if they don't know me, they can say anything.
Right. And do you think that this introvert nature is somehow a hindrance in communicating with people like the communication we are doing right now on YouTube maybe or on
Yes,
meeting new strangers?
I really want to get rid of this particular thing, and I really don't like it. Even sometimes I just want to start the conversation. I really want to get along with people, but something chokes me. And
Hmm.
somewhere I have this thing that why would I start? That person should start. Honest to God, when that person starts, I am so affable. Even
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to give everything I have. But somewhere that I never ever start that conversation. I never ever take that initiative.
Hmm. And still I am an introvert person, I must say. So what do I do? I prepare myself. Like if when I see myself in a situation where I'm getting stuck, maybe. So I prepare myself that if I'll get stuck, I'll ask this questions.
Mhm.
So just so that conversation, doesn't go in an awkward way. So that's the reason I prepare.
Right. Even what I personally feel is, it also depends that if vibes don't match, you cannot start the
Mm-hmm.
conversation. If vibes match, so somewhere you will start that. And
Hmm.
if you are working somewhere, in that ambience, you will get some people that they would have so many things in common. So from there you
Mm-hmm.
can start. But sometimes I don't find people have the same thing which I have. So my vibes really don't match. Then I end up becoming an introvert. And somewhere
Hmm.
I'm happy. And I'm a kind of person, I can change myself according to the situations. If you are there and I know that without English or without communicating, I cannot cope with that particular situation. So I would certainly go for that,
Hmm.
and I
For
become an.
ambivertness.
Yes, 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 yes.
Were you in English medium school or Hindi medium school?
No, you will jump out of your skin to know this that I
Mm-hmm.
failed in Hindi. I was from a government school,
Mm-hmm.
so I used to bunk classes. I used to do all the nefarious activities. So, but as I said that a change is as good as a rest.
Mm-hmm.
This is something we should always look for. So after doing BTech, I was really in a situation, or I was really in a pickle. Then without communication skills or without learning this language, I could not do anything. I already had that stigma on me that I was an engineer. Being an engineer, I was not doing anything. Because if you go in IT sectors, if you go in your own field, they would certainly check your skills.
Mm-hmm.
English might be secondary there, but your programming,
Technical
you must be
skills.
good at. Yes, skills. You must be skillful in programming languages. So as I was uninterested in that, so I faced so many problems. So I decided I should be good at least English, and from there, and I'm really very happy. I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
everything because of this language. I'm getting a little bit name, fame,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm also making good living.
Wonderful, wonderful. So English is really prevalent all over the world, but do you think any other language which is, getting that pick up these days and can be a good source of income maybe in
Right.
future?
Spanish is there that apart from English, there are a few languages people can
Mhm.
go for. Spanish is there. That Spanish is the point of discussion these days.
What are your views on Sanskrit language?
Sanskrit. I'm fortunate for this particular language because, as I told you in 10th class, I almost failed in Hindi because of Sanskrit. Sanskrit used to be an additional subject for me, and
Mm-hmm.
because of it, I passed in 10th
Okay.
standard. Because
Mm-hmm.
Sanskrit was one of the subjects I did not know anything. I was
Mm-hmm.
always a mediocre student.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wrote something and I don't know how I passed the exam. I got the
Okay.
passing marks.
Okay.
What
This
do you
is
think? Like,
something
I would like
magical.
to know your opinion about it.
Yes, I guess Sanskrit will really pick up very soon, like the popularity and the need, the demand, it will pick up very soon because these days people are getting into spirituality a lot. They are into reading books as well and Sanskrit shlokas. So they would, they can create this urge of learning Sanskrit so that they could understand mantras as well. And then we also want our kids to chant some mantras and they should also understand it. And it's not that we are only guiding them and making them learn, and they should not be limited to all those mantras that we are teaching them, but in future they would be able to understand and read and everything, like they can do it on their own. So
Right.
that's my point.
And yes, so I hope people won't be offended what I'm going to say now.
Hmm.
That the thing is, as we know that the BJP has been on throne, and because of this government, I think people have become so spiritual. Before that, I did not see all these things.
Hmm.
So because of this, and there are so many people, and I personally feel that because of unemployment, when you do not have anything to do, you will just get into this.
Mm-hmm.
And I myself have seen this.
Mm-hmm.
People do go to temples. You know what they do? They come live. What is the point doing this? If you are there, make sure that you are there wholeheartedly. My bad. So when you are there, you should get engrossed in the vibes you get in temples. Temples are the places where we get shrine environment, and we do forget all the worries. So I don't understand why people just do this, and we follow the herd when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to religion.
Mm-hmm.
And for the sake of getting fame, these people purposely do that. And I doubt it. What you said, I doubt, because what I feel, we are learning this language because of the business we are into.
Mm-hmm.
People, those who are not into multinational companies, people, those who are not into teaching, people, those who are not preparing for any competitive examinations, they are not into this language. They really don't want to learn.
You're talking
We
about Sanskrit,
No, I'm talking about English now.
English.
Why people are after English? Because
Mm-hmm.
English will certainly give you a good job. Because of good communication skills, you can get promotions. Because of English, you can go abroad or you can travel. But when it comes to Sanskrit, I really doubt, or I
Mm-hmm.
might be mistaken to say this, that that
Mm-hmm.
language would really get the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, I really respect your opinion on this, but I'm firm on my point because
Hmm.
I believe this is Kali Yuga. And if I talk about future, like for our kids, we want our kids to be very decent and not go into that, this bog of Kali Yuga. So for that, we can start exposing them to shlokas and mantras and these spirituality things, and they will somehow get exposed to Sanskrit language as well if we'll do this way. So
Right.
there would be a need, there would be a demand in future, I guess. I think it should be there, and then I'll teach Sanskrit as well.
Okay. All right. Why do you only think of Sanskrit? Why not
Mhm.
Hindi? Even people don't like to speak Hindi. There are many states where
Mhm.
Hindi is not prevalent. If you go to South, you will get to
Mhm.
see that most of the people hold a conversation in English. And people like people, those who are from Delhi, people, those who are from, or where Hindi is spoken the most, we have to
Mhm.
suffer.
Mhm. Right. So if I
So,
talk about my training, so I already teach, I already train in English, like just to impart my knowledge, whatever limited knowledge I have. So I do that. Apart from this, I find Sanskrit really interesting, and this is something new for me. So I would be really interested in learning and teaching that. Hindi is something that we have been speaking since childhood. So I'm not really interested in teaching, although I am very attached to Hindi.
right. Okay, that, yes. Let's
Mhm.
see what's going to happen. Yes,
Yeah,
let's
we
hope for
never
the
know.
best. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. So, what is your plan? Like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Okay, after 5 years, I feel that I'm going to be a renowned face on YouTube at least. Or,
Nice.
yes, I'll grow older. I
Uh-huh.
would have good wealth and I would be healthy enough. So, in coming years, I have so many plans, and I would like to have my own institute with a lot of students. And one of the things I always aspire to have in life is I just want to be the best teacher of English. I want to accomplish a lot of knowledge because I consider myself I only know 1%. Having said that, every day I work harder. And the more
Mm-hmm.
you learn, the more you feel you don't know anything. This is what I feel. But if you, because I firmly believe one thing, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
So true.
Yes. So if you don't work on yourself,
Mm-hmm.
if I talk about my experience, I have been training people. Sometimes I come across some of the students who are way more better than me. Sometimes I feel, what should I teach to these people? They already know tenses, they already know modal verbs, they already know whatever little I know. So in order to outshine myself, then I have to work on so many things.
Mm-hmm.
And as I told you, I have obtain only 1%, 99% is yet to be obtained.
Hmm. And that's the most wonderful trait of a trainer or someone who is a go getter because they are always focusing on progressing day by day. And they don't feel like complete. They feel like I have something to learn even more. Right?
Right, right.
So, what are the
Absolutely.
best practices you're following to attain that goal?
So for that, these days I devote most of my time to books. I just work on my shortcomings. I know that what are things I need to work upon. So I usually go for grammar. And in the future, I would like to see myself as a trainer of competitive examinations. I would like to train people for competitive examinations. And from there, I'm going to learn a lot. I have also learned a lot. So that's these are things I do.
Wonderful. And this is going to be a lot of work, right?
Right, right,
Working
right.
upon grammar because it is so wide. Grammar is so wide. And it is a
Absolutely.
nightmare for me, I must say, because I know grammar that much only, which is required in spoken English.
No,
Other
but
than that,
once
I'm not really
once
interested in grammar.
yeah, sorry to cut you in. Once you show your interest in that, I think everything is viable. Right now, for you, it is not the need. Once it becomes necessary, I feel
Mhm.
that you will certainly move the mountains to grasp it.
Hmm. That is also true.
Mm,
So
right.
I wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Yes. I
Right.
wish you the same. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and wish you a happy new year in advance.
I wish you the same, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then see you in our next conversation. And good night.
Yes. Bye. Good night.
Bye.